No, it appears that Meghan Markle is in fact, well, very sad, very depressed, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Terrible thing, depression, it can creep up on you. You don't realise, do you? And I think a lot of it is to do, forgive me if I'm wrong, particularly if you have the sort of dark days that we're having right now in winter, you feel obliged to get out early or else you just kind of miss the day and you're living in a perpetual darkness, aren't you? Of course, Meghan Markle lives in a perpetual sunshine state, so that's very difficult to understand. But the bigger picture is simply this. Well, according to a very well-placed source, Meghan is depressed because of this. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time. You all right, Tim? I'm having a lovely wave. You all right? People say I'm daft for waving. I don't care. And of course, some tell me off for not waving. You can't win. Sometimes though, I'm in a position where we have to make these videos, literally in between whatever I'm doing. So do forgive me if I forget to do certain things, because obviously, there is a full-time job attached, and I like to share these things with you as and when I get them. Hence the reason we're back here in this beautiful enclave where it's very safe, let me tell you. By the way, somebody mentioned the other day, oh Neil, have you got security? No, what I meant was I have two lovely guys that are very sweet, part of the sanitation area unit round here, and they stand near me with their high-vis jackets on, looking out in case anybody comes past on a bike. I don't have personal security. No, if only. Yes, that wouldn't be bad, would it? Absolutely. Now let's get back to your royal story of the day. Meghan Markle, right, when you think about it, forget the likes of Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, Meryl Streep, and Oprah Winfrey, her chum, of course, who's never mentioned that clever coffee since, has she? No, I wonder if she's still drinking that on a regular basis. That may have fuddled her mind when she realised that she got paid $1 million to host a town hall for the now defunct Kamala Harris campaign. Big problem that, because people are not going to forget that in a rush. And I say and stand by this, what on earth did they spend £1 million on? What were the crew on an hour? Incredible, isn't it, when you think? But according to a very well-placed source, Meghan is being very depressed because she believed, like so many people, that of course Kamala would have been the very first female president of the United States. And that is a groundbreaking moment, as it was over here for us way back in 1979 when the Right Honourable Margaret Thatcher became the very first British Prime Minister. Not just once, but 3 times. A lot to live up to there, America. Absolutely, 100%. But apparently, according to that source, Meghan thought this was a done deal, and perhaps leaning out a little bit further, perhaps she may have even been called upon to assist in some way. I kid you not. Now, this source pointed out to me that, you see, Meghan felt that it was lacking something, as ever, allegedly. Not quite sure what. I think we can all assume the thing it was lacking was Meghan, in her mind, naturally. But as you know, they don't really like to get too involved in the political stance right now because it's very tricky regarding their titles. This really would be a push too far. Even Prince Harry, in his fuddled state, knows that type of stuff. But according to the source, basically Meghan was stunned that nobody from the camp reached out. Now, forgive me, Meghan, but I'm possibly thinking they had bigger fish to fry. J-Lo, yes, kind of high-profile name. Beyonce, they thought even bigger name, and many others. And consequently, when you think about it, they were looking for people to help push the vibrancy and business element of the United States of America. Given the fact, of course, that Meghan couldn't get off the ground the American Riviera Orchard thing and the negative PR, you can understand perhaps why a radical rethink undertook. And consequently, Meghan never heard from Kamala, as much as she was sort of trying to push in that direction. Now, as you know, you may have seen this particular story. Apparently the Trump train went to Montecito. I find all of these things a little bit silly, really, because ultimately it's a bit cruel. It's not really about that. It's about what the voter decides, whether you agree, whether you disagree. It happens over here, everywhere in the world. The thing is, it's where you're at right now in the world. Could Meghan have saved Kamala? I'll leave that up to you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.